Good morning and welcome back to the Angry Pool Man channel, where we learn how to treat our pool and our pool man. We are here this morning, Monday morning, at Linduck Field. And yeah, I am a lucky pool guy. Look at this. Our Zodiac MX6 does a great job for me in my absence, provided I don't get sabotaged by somebody with a leaf blower, which happens often here. But today is a really good day. I should probably go and buy a lottery ticket. Yeah, let's take our chems. Okay, so here are our chemicals, and we have just the right amount of chlorine. Well, you might say, hey, that looks a little low, and pH is high, alkalinity is good, and cyanuric is high. Not very high, but it's high, and so that means we're not adding any more tabs. You can buy what's called cal hypo tabs, which doesn't contain any cyanuric acid, but I just don't invest in those. I just regulate things this way. And by the way, fall and basically winter in San Diego County has already showed up. Overnight, we were at 48 degrees here at my house. That's pretty, it gets down to freezing, but for October 2nd, that's kind of on the cold side, overnight lows. So, but once again, we have just enough chlorine where I'm just going to add a little bit of liquid just to make sure we get through the week. But this is obviously a pool that has very little use, and and then off top of it, you saw the high pH. So I'm not once again, white plaster pool, old white plaster pool. And an old white plaster pool that doesn't really get used a whole lot. So, and then on top of it, $30 a case for acid. So we're going to make a decision in the sense that I'm going to add some acid, but only after the pool's running. And I'm only going to add like a quarter of a gallon just to knock it down. But I'm going to put on the head cam today and give you some ASMR. Okay, so let's make our way to the equipment here after we hit our skimmer basket. So we have two skimmer baskets here, but one is used for the Zodiac MX6 for the cleaner. So yeah, that's pretty good for this pool. So I just wash that out, and we'll leave all of that stuff to be sucked in, and we'll take it out when we get to the pump. When you're going back here, and of course right here in October, there is a ton of spiders, right? Anything right here. You can't see this, but there is a huge wolf spider right there, and I just woke him up and pissed him off. So yeah, can you see him? He's right there. Yeah, he's not happy, and frankly I can't blame him. So that doesn't mean he's the only one. You got to make sure. I do not want to get one of those spiders biting me. Okay, so we have a leaf canister here, but even so, there are some things that will get past the leaf canister, and they'll make it here. So have it run, immediately primes up, and we're back to the pool deck, which we can maybe see right here, the pool purging all of the air out of the lines, out to the return line. So first thing we're going to do here is we'll skim the pool. And the first thing I skim is the cleaner hose. Look at all the stuff there. Okay, so basically we're just knocking everything off the tile at this time and picking up what we can. Kind of up on a hill here, so We get a fair amount of pollen, stuff in the air. There we go. Okay, so let's go over here to the skimmer that has the cleaner in it. And so our biggest thing is we don't want to suck any air and just get the stuff out on top. And so we'll just unhook him there. We take the whole rig out, right? And then we want to be easy on these very expensive hoses. And there we go. Just dump it in there. And then my little technique to get rid of everything is put it in there, dunk him, and then he's clean. Almost completely clean. Once again, a cheesecloth net, so almost nothing is getting through that. So look at this. We're like a NASCAR pit crew. And boom, we're back up and running. But that's sucking air. So we'll submerge it. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, now it's time to brush. So, you know, I have a brush here. Obviously, this is the animal brush that I buy from my wholesaler. And then this is also what's called a tile pad, right? Which is obviously specifically for the tile. Well, I can do a 2-for-1 with this edge of the brush by scraping it along here. Since I do it every week, it comes off, you know, just by looking at it, okay? Your pool guy does not have to blast your tile every time. If you wipes it off every week, there should be no buildup aside from maybe some calcium, but your pool guy has little to do with that. Okay, so here, let's just make sure we have contact with the tile, knocking everything off properly, even more than our last pass. Okay, so now since we have a bunch of stuff floating in the pool, let's go fetch that. And we'll go the opposite direction so we can get everything. Yes, I am here before the chickens. Yes, I heard you, buddy. Okay. So another trick that I could do if the pH was lower was I could just do a little spray of super diluted tile soap. And I can still do it because it doesn't raise the pH. I have so diluted. This is supposed to be red, right? Okay, so that's it. And that will get every tiny little thing that's on the surface of the pool to come to the side. So while I put my skimmer back here, okay, so that's all taken care of. Our tile's all gone. I brushed everything, all the stairs and everything. The Zodiac MX6 is going to vacuum everything up. We got both of our skimmer baskets. We got our cleaner basket, our cleaner leaf canister. Yeah, I feel really good about this. Okay, like I said, I feel good about this. And if you can hear me over the rooster crowing, this pool is looking good. We've added just a little bit of like a quarter gallon of liquid, just a splash of acid, and we can move on. Okay, we're here at Chonkla XL, and things look good. It's actually funny. There was steam coming off the water. The water level is low, but I don't think anybody's using it. We have low pH, or pH that indicates no one's swimming, and no chlorine in this pool. So alkalinity is okay, and cyanuric is on the low side. So we sanitize with 3-inch tabs here. Here's our floater, and my guess that it would be something in here. No? Okay. Well, actually I didn't even bring a tab back here because I thought, anyway, I gotta go fetch a tab. But yeah, our pH is still good. But yeah, we do have to add a little bit of liquid to raise it today, like a half a gallon, and I'll add the tab. Whoops, that's not good. But anyway, I will get to work and come back when I'm done. Yes, and it is a plague of little frogs. Okay, so if you've been watching this channel for any length of time, you've known that this pool has a super undersized filter, right? So check that guy out, okay? I have a filter that's on a dolly, my mobile unit. It's not much smaller than that, okay? And I need to clean that literally every time I use it. So this pool, although it doesn't get a lot of organic, well, I mean, it gets organic stuff, but it's dirt, you know. It doesn't get these eucalyptus leaves falling in here. This pool stays really clean. And if it does, my homeowner is helping me out more than, you know, the you can see with your eye. But the point is that I think this pool stays pretty clean, although it takes a huge amount of dirt. And so my indicator, because I don't do this just by time, well, I do it by time if it hasn't been done, but I want to do 4 filter cleans a year on a normal pool with, like, you know, a quad DE or an FNS plus or something large. This thing, like, I literally have to do a filter clean every 2 weeks or 3 weeks, because like right now I just tried to start the spa. Now heater works and everything. Hey, it's a Master Temp 400, it should, but this pool gets a certain amount of dirt in it, and then just the jacuzzi stops working. So I don't really dig that. I think it's time to sell them a larger filter time, you know, and it's winter time or it's fall, and it's time to do these projects. We can move on. Okay, so we're here at stop 3, also known as the Obsession Pool, and things are looking really good. We added DE last week from our filter clean 2 weeks ago, and water looks great. We actually had some chemicals. We had like a 3 on the chlorine, and that was from our a tab that we have tab floater in the spa, and then we also have a tab feeder at the equipment. So we have plenty of chemicals, pH that indicates no one's swimming, and yeah, so here's our super old test strip. Sorry about that. We have plenty of chlorine, nice low pH, alkalinity is good, and cyanuric is high. Not very high, but it's high. So, but that's okay. We're gonna let this pool ride. Once again, 49 degrees overnight. I don't think anybody's swimming today, but we can move on. Okay, we're here at our hot tub, and we've basically, you know, like every other pool, our main job is the water chemistry is our main focus. This has a cover, so nothing should be in it. People should be keeping our feet, you know, free of dirt and whatnot. So our water chemistry is really paramount, especially here for our hot tub. So here are our chems, and our lower test strip is before I added, and then the upper is obviously after I added. So, and this is literally a splash, just that's it. And it took it from like a 0 to over a 10. So, but you also notice that the pH is still the exact same. So what does that teach us? It teaches us that chlorine doesn't really raise our pH per se. Now we have a fiberglass spa here. The pHs are generally lower in the sense that I don't know, the fiberglass just keeps the pH seemingly, I don't know, in the 7 range. Okay, now that is straight up in a 6.4 or 6.2. It's really low. Now, like I've said last week, if we were in a normal, like a plaster or even a pebble situation, that would be desperately low and we would want to raise it. Now, that's 2 weeks with low pH. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back out to the truck. I'm going to get a little bit of soda ash. I'm going to throw it in here, and then I'll take another test strip reading, and I want to see that thing there in the 7.2 to 7.8 range. Okay, so but anyway, after that we can move on. Okay, we have arrived at our last stop of the day, also known as the Big Fatty. And I'll tell you what, I was watching some of the old videos yesterday, and if you've been around for a while, you knew there used to be an old Big Fatty. There was an original Big Fatty, which was probably at least double the size of this pool. That being said, I was watching an old video just to see how things have gotten better. We just, you know, reached our 200th video, and that to me is just mind-blowing. I can't believe that October 29th will be 1 year, and in 1 year, you know, we're gonna have put out almost about 210 videos. I'm really stoked about that, and I'm honored that you guys have been sticking with me. Stick with me through the winter, and I'll tell you what, I'll make it worth your while. But anyway, let's get back to the Big Fatty here. This thing is looking great. There's some dust. I'm gonna brush our tile, but you know, I think the Pentair Rebel must have heard me talking about the Zodiac MX6 last week, because he is doing literally a bang-up job. Better than I have seen any Pentair Rebel performing in recent weeks. Now, I know it's his cleaner schedule and he's ramped up to 2,900, so he should be working. But anyway, they don't always work, you know. Look at Gary's pool. Sometimes Gary has mentioned to me that a couple days after my visit, the Pentair Rebel is not working. Not one person has ever said that to me. Oh, actually, the owner of Lynn Duck Field said that to me last week about his Zodiac MX6, and the reason it wasn't working, because it had sucked up a palm frond. I mean, hello, okay? It's not supposed to do that. Just like the Pentair Rebel's not supposed to do that. But, oh, sorry about this. Here's our really super old test strip, okay? We have plenty of chlorine. pH, that's right, I'm gonna leave that. Alkalinity and cyanuric are just perfect. So, and I don't know what the parts per million on our salt cell is. Let's go over here and check it really quick. But somebody's been knob twisting. Anyway, let's see here. Yeah, 3350, which is the exact same level as last week. So love it. I'm just gonna let the pool run. There's nothing in there. Our salt cell has a completely green light, nothing flashing. Let's just check our actuator. Yeah. Okay. I feel good about that. So this is a motorized actuator, and this is also a motorized actuator. Now, they're both made from Pentair. Why they put this one here on the return side and this one here on the suction side, I do not know. But I'll tell you what, either way, this is a wonderful Pentair pool, and it's, you know, my honor to keep it clean. So I'm gonna just do my brushing, and I'll come back when I'm done. Okay, all done brushing, so we're gonna go over to the equipment here, and we have 4 pumps, right? So we have our main circulation pump. This does all the heavy lifting, circulates the pump from 8 to 4 or 9 to 4, whatever I have it set at. Most of my pools, in fact, the vast majority, except maybe one, one is 9 to 4. Okay, let's start, and then we'll stop at 4 when the price hike goes up. So here's another 3 pumps, right? So this pump, I believe, is for the jets. Yeah, and then this is the water feature number 1, and then this is a water feature number 2. And then all of these irrigation valves are here to adjust the flow so it's not too much and it's just right. So what I'm going to do is go in here into our IntelliCenter system, and I'm just going to hit some features here. There goes our jet pump. Here's our cleaner. It's going to ramp up, spillway, and yeah. Okay, so basically I turn everything on. Why? Because just like over at the demoralizer, I don't want these pumps to start in their inactivity. I don't want them to get algae in there. So I'm going to start everything up. Here we go. So we got a slide, we have a grotto, and so our spillway program is working here. There they are. There's 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So literally the whole pool is running right now. So now I'm going to kill it, and that'll be the end of our day. Okay guys, if you got anything out of this, give me a like, subscribe if you haven't done so, and comment if you got something to say. I'm the original swimming pool fiduciary working for you guys out here in the field. I'm the Angry Pool Man. Guys, be excellent to each other, and I'll see you on the next video.